Before I start this, let's like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahshai, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadash, the bond to Apostle Els, Great Millstone, Rule and Teach Well. Shalom 1 to 144,000 men that's put to get believing this word in all true sincerity. Shalom 1 to the men, women, and children that's tuning in and listening, all men, women, and children that's tuning in and listening. Shalom 1 to the Israelite foreign scattered abroad on all four corners of the earth, and shalom yet again. And also Yahweh is the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the Heavenly Father's Son, only begotten Son, and he's go by the title of Redeemer, the whole and many more names, titles. But nonetheless, this video right here, I'm gonna title this "Being Focused on This Truth," and obviously in Babylon we have so many distractions, but nonetheless, this truth should take place over everything we have going on. It comes before everything, even though we have to handle our worldly things in order to make the spiritual things easier. We have to definitely, this truth have to take priority over everything. Family, friends, hanging out, all of that. It takes place over everything. So, well, I'm going to start off from Matthew chapter 6. So, I'm going to start off from Matthew chapter 6 real quick. This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 22. This is red letter, so this is Yahweh Shai speaking. The light of thy body, the light of the body is the eye, which is the mind. If therefore thine eye should be single, which means focus, not distracted, tunnel vision, thy whole body shall be full of light. Yeah, the body full of light. This body will be full of wisdom, knowledge, and from these scriptures. But verse 23, but if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. Evil representing also the things the distractions, bullshit. Because at the end of the day, this world is temporary, man. The world coming is eternal. So let me say it again. This world is temporary. The world coming is eternal. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? And yeah, that goes to show that things that's distracting is darkness, man. It'll drown you out. Sometimes in this, or often in this walk, you try to you get swamped with things. You get overwhelmed. I don't say completely overwhelmed, but you get flabbergasted, as they say. You get a little, you have long days at work. You have priorities that you have to deal with. But nonetheless, this proof is this top priority, top over everything, because when we put the Lord first, the Lord's going to put us first in the time of need and in trouble. So I agree, verse 24 too, because that also go along with that also. No man can serve two masters, for he will either hate the one and love the other, or else he hold the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. And yeah, that's go for money. But how much more so the things of this world? For example, with women, you put the women before the Lord not gonna put you first at all. He's not gonna preserve you. He's not gonna protect you. Things of that nature. And Jake will sit up here and be like, "Oh yeah, you go mess with Keisha or whatever, and don't make time for the Lord." So that makes you look bad in the Lord's eyes, man. And at the end of the day, everything that we do, it will definitely be shown, and we'll be judged according to our works. So actually, I could grab that. Let me see. I'm just gonna tap something. According to thy, I don't know, I spelled it wrong. Salakia. According to thy works. Let's see. Let's see. But yeah, bottom line is we will be judged according to our works as well, and the labors that we've done for this truth, So it matters at the end of the day. So I'm gonna jump to James chapter 1, This is James chapter 1. I gotta grab it. Okay, this is James chapter 1 and verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And yeah, that goes to show that a man does have his mind on carnal things, that's always trying to be spiritual, he's double-minded and he's very unstable. You have to have a balance in this truth. But this is going to show that if we ain't keeping our eyes single, we're unbalanced and then we're an abomination. And not even just as that, we're unstable. Trying to chase the bag and trying to you can't so-called chase the bag, try to be a millionaire, as well as try to teach them and be a prophet. You know, that something is going to conflict. You're going to give too much time to the other, and at the end of the day, if you give too much time to the other, you're going to lose out. So that's why you have to pick and choose. And obviously, in this truth, you're supposed to pick the Lord over all of that, man, because the Lord's going to give us everything that we want in the kingdom. So from there, I'm gonna jump to First John 2 as well, because a lot also with all these things that's happening, a lot of you realize a lot of these Israelites that fall out, and a lot of these Israelites you see in these other camps, they love the world. They can't put the world away, and that's also why their eyes not single and their eyes full of darkness. You have to put off the world. You have to put away the world, man. You have to put off your worldly desires and wants, because you're not going to have it in this truth. We're going to be made. We're going to have to suffer. So this is First John chapter 2 and verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. And yet things are in the world like material possessions. You care about certain things that like, for example, if you got a house, yeah, you care about that. You have to perform maintenance and things on your house and repairs and all that. But at the end of the day, we know at the end of the day, our houses ain't going to save us. Our houses ain't going to protect us. Because when them ICBMs hit and them laser beams from the cherries burn this place up, your house ain't going to matter. Your car ain't going to matter. Your car might not even make it that far. These cars, these jobs, all these things going to get burnt up. Actually, I'm going to grab that holy conversation. Because at the end of the day, yeah, we have possessions, pictures and things like that. But at the end of the day, we have to know the difference between material possessions and everlasting possessions. And also, this is also another thing. The truth is teaching us the difference between material possessions and everlasting possessions. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is an everlasting possession. Because with all these things in the new covenant, when we fully be brought into the new covenant, we won't have to. Everything we know will be already in our inward parts, according to Hebrews chapter 8. But anyways, this is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And the fervent heat is obviously the ICBMs, which was the laser beams from the chariots. And the earth shall, and also, the earth also, the works that are in shall be burnt up, and everything shall be burnt up over here. Not the whole fucking earth. This part, Babylon, aka America, Babylon the Great, aka America. In verse 11, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ye ought to be in all holy conversation and godliness. And yeah, all these things going to be burnt up. All these things that our material possessions. We might not even have our scripts on us in Jacob's trouble. We might not have any of that. We're gonna have our mind, man. Our spirit of the Lord with us in that day. In verse and I read verse 12, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a new heavens and a new earth. Because at the end of the day, all these things are carnal. These things don't last as long. You think for example, you have a car, your car break down on you. You might get in an accident. You might have to give up that possession. And at the end of the day, all these things are very temporary. So now I'm going to jump from there to 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Chapter 7 and verse 31. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 31. And they that use the world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. And yeah, we use the world, but we don't abuse it. We don't. We use the world for things that we need, like far as working jobs. Obviously, you need a functional job. You can't just I'm in the truth and I'm an Israelite, so I ain't gonna work. No, that ain't how that shit works. You have to pay bills. You have to feed yourself. You have to do things. You have to do necessary things in order to live. But there's a difference. The things that are necessary to live, a lot of people put the needs and wants together. You more so need one thing, but you want another. And at the end of the day, we need this truth. The things that we want, we ain't gonna worry. We can't worry about that right now. The wants don't matter right now. What matters is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in this truth, man, and being in this ministry 100%, not in and not out. You can't have your foot in the truth and then your other foot in the world doing nigga things, So there, now, from there, I'm gonna jump to Luke, and I'm pretty much gonna close out with that Luke. This is Luke chapter 9 and verse. I started 60. I started verse 60, and verse 59. And he said unto another, Yahweh Shai speaking, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first. So let me read that. This is Luke chapter 9 and verse 59. And he said unto another, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, let the dead bury their dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of Yahweh. And yeah, that we can't. Well, actually, I'm going to speak on that afterwards. In verse 61, and another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. In verse 62, and Yahweh said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow, looking back, is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh. And yeah, we have to not just constantly endure, but we have to put things aside for the Lord. Just as he done, he put his life aside for us in his walk. So we got to put up, certain, you can't make it to every family gathering. You can't make it to every function, family or friend function. You got videos, you got to do lessons, you got to study, you got to do all types of things in this ministry, man. We have to put off those things. We have to be able to sacrifice. And that's what this truth is really about, sacrificing as well as learning and being filled with more wisdom and knowledge and understanding. But yeah, I just wanted to get this out there because I was thinking about this also, just an exhortation. But nonetheless, Lord willing, this video was edifying. But before I close, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahshai, Ba'ashim, Rakakadash, and on to the next one. Shalom.